I gotta be honest with you. Every time I see Tom Aspinall now, he's crying, and he needs to just come to terms that Jon Jones and Stipe have more legacy than him, and they are the respective goats of their weight classes. Jon Jones light heavyweight, Stipe heavyweight, and we need to see that fight, and that fight's gonna happen for legacy's sake. He needs to just come to terms with it, and he needs to stop whining and complaining. Now, let's get into his quote. He says, "There's not one interview, one post, one clip anywhere online where Jon Jones says he wants to fight me. I don't know why. I don't want to be the guy who says he's scared to fight me, because the guy had millions of fights and fought millions of good people. But I know one thing's for sure, he's not keen on fighting me right now." Okay, so he's not scared to fight you, Mr. Tom Aspinall. So I'm glad you're not saying that. I'm glad you're not being that guy that's delusional and saying he's scared to fight me. You know, he's not. The reason why he's not fighting you is because there's a much bigger money-making opportunity on the table for him at this late stage in his career that he would rather pursue than fighting someone who really does nothing for his legacy. And when you say there's not one interview, one post, one clip anywhere online of Jon saying he wants to fight me, who the fuck are you? Honestly, who are you? You just bursted onto the scene, bro. Yes, to people that watch the sport every weekend and, you know, watch all the fights from the prelims to the end of the night, yes, we know who you are, Tom Aspinall. But the major, you know, money-making customer, the 85%, the casual audience, they don't know who you are, bro. They don't know who you are. They might know now a little bit now that you won the interim title, but before that, they didn't know who you were. Let's just be honest. So my thing is this. Why would someone who's up here, Jon Jones, right? Because Jon Jones is the greatest light heavyweight of all time, and he has been for years. It's not like he just became that. No. Jon Jones has a reputation of being arguably the GOAT fighter and GOAT light heavyweight of all time for the past, I would say you could say Jon Jones cemented his legacy as the GOAT light heavyweight back in like 2016, 2017. You understand? So Jon's been at this greatness level for a while. Why the hell would he look down from his mountaintop and say, yeah, that's the guy I want to fight? That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. When you're up here on the mountaintop, you're supposed to come at him. You're the one climbing the hill. You're the one that hasn't reached his heights. You're the one that's supposed to have his name in your mouth, and that's what you're doing, so fair enough to you. I give you credit, fair enough. But this idea that Jon Jones is scared to fight you or well, for whatever reason, he's not keen on fighting me, I'll tell you the reason, Tom Aspinall. It's because you're not a money-making fight the way Stipe Miocic is. The Stipe-Jon Jones fight is a bigger fight. Now, there can be some debate to be had where Tom Aspinall has a whole country behind him, and Tom Aspinall may even have a better shot at beating Jon Jones than Stipe, which I believe to be true. I believe if I'm going into this, right, if I'm going into Jon Jones versus Stipe versus Jon Jones versus Aspinall, I would take my chances of Jon Jones losing in the Aspinall fight more. I think Tom is the younger guy. He's the fresh blood, all things like that. I think he has a better chance of beating Jon Jones than Stipe. However, it's unfortunate that you gotta wait, my boy. But you gotta wait. You have to wait. It is what it is. You just gotta accept that. But that is the reason why Jon's not looking at you. And that's the reason why Jon's never called your name. Why would he call your name? When have we ever seen champions? It's very rare. You see it once in a while. But you usually don't see champions calling out contenders or calling out people that haven't even become a contender yet. You get me? Why would there be interviews of Jon Jones talking about you, bro? It doesn't make any logical sense. Make it make sense. And, you know, this is what I believe Tom Aspinall needs to do. He needs to take a fight for the interim title and defend it the same way he's willing to defend his interim title against Stipe. He needs to defend his interim title against another contender, preferably Ciryl Gane. Have him defend his title against Ciryl Gane. And, you know, if you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here, right? If you are who you say you are, you should be able to beat Ciryl Gane. If you are the future, if you are the right now, if you are the next great heavyweight, and you are next up, right? You should be able to beat Ciryl Gane. So fight Ciryl Gane for the interim. You're going to make pay-per-view points because you have the title. That's the whole point of the interim title, is that you still get pay-per-view championship money, right? You still get that added bonus. So get your money, take a fight, win the fight. After you win the fight, the stock is only going to go up. And then wait to fight the winner of Jon Jones versus Stipe, or stay active. It's up to you. It's a weird situation. It's unfortunate that one of the most anticipated fights of all time had to be delayed during this area here. But listen, the only reason you have the interim title is because the fight fell out. So, like I said, be grateful that you had the opportunity and you seized the opportunity, but don't start being a sourpuss over here, complaining and whinging. Don't start doing that. Just let it be. Let them have their thing. You do your thing, and you continue to build up. You continue to be great. You continue to be undeniable, and you'll get there, Tom. You'll get there. But don't start crying, pouting, accusing people of being scared who are, great fighters and things like that. It makes no sense, and it's very unbecoming, and it's starting to become annoying, okay? I've noticed that the fan base is starting to turn a bit on you, and you definitely still have your supporters, but there's people that see it how I see it as well, and they're starting to turn a bit. So that's my take. Defend against the real Gon, make the money, get a win, stock goes up, and then fight one of them. That's my take. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree, it does not matter. Just join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you. You are all appreciated.